So one of the best strategies that you can implement to easily help you lose body fat and have a simple structure to allow you to control your eating habits as well is intermittent fasting. Well, there's different ways of implementing intermittent fasting, but the easiest and most effective one that I've found personally and my other clients is the 16 to 8 hour ratio. So you fast for 16 hours and you eat for 8 hours. Um, Now, if you never fasted for 16 hours, and you might think that sounds something like impossible. That's what I thought myself at the beginning. So you can start slowly. You can say if you're already fasting, every time you go to sleep, you fast. That's a given. So say you're already sleeping for about 8 hours. That means you're fasting for about 8 hours or 10. So you can increase that to 12 hours, or that after a few days you can increase it to 14 hours, and then 15, and then work your way up to 16, and possibly even more, 18 hours. I have some clients who fast for 24 hours. Once in a while that's good to do, but not always, not always. So by doing this, you create a healthy deficiency of calories. So even if you have, say, a big night out or a Christmas party or a birthday party or whatnot, it's a good way to create that balance by creating intermittent fasting. So you could fast 1 or 2 days before the event, or 2 days after the event, or on the day of the event itself. So that's something I do. So if I know I'm gonna go eat out, I'll fast. The day on the day I go out, or the day after. That way I create this healthy deficit. And it's about making sure you're not looking just from a day's perspective. A lot of the time we just overeat on an occasion, and then we tend to just give up. But if you look at it from a week's perspective, you can make up for that meal that you've overeaten from the rest of the week. So try it out, intermittent fasting. If you're a person who already is, say, fasting, a lot of people who hear about intermittent fasting, they say, "Oh, I already do that because I don't eat breakfast." If you are a person who's doing this and you feel like you've plateaued and you feel like you're not losing any weight, that means your metabolism has slowed down. That means your body has got used to that way of eating. So you need to create a little uh, plateau break, what I call. So in other words, simply have a little breakfast to start with. And by doing that, then you start speeding up your metabolism again. So what you want to do is, start with a small breakfast. You feel like you have no appetite whatsoever, so start with an apple or half an apple even. And like that, start increasing the amount of food you eat until you have a solid breakfast. And then from that, what you can do is follow that for a couple of weeks. See if you start to get hungry again first thing in the morning. And that's the goal. If you're very hungry first thing in the morning, that means your metabolism has sped up again, which is the whole point of what we're trying to do. So by doing that, then you can start implementing intermittent fasting all over again. And then before you know it, your body is already going back down. Body weight starts dropping again. So there's many different strategies. Intermittent fasting is only one strategy that I've found personally very effective, and a lot of my clients have found very effective as well. And also a really nice way to lose a few inches off your waist very fast. Because a lot of the time the waist is bloated from overeating or eating a lot of gluten or whatnot. So by creating intermittent fasting, you tend to lose a lot of inches off your waist. So yeah, there you go. So that's one strategy, but it doesn't mean you have to do intermittent fasting. It's only one of the ways. You can still eat breakfast and still create a healthy deficit. But from my experience of working with loads of different clients, what I find is it's a simple way of creating the healthy deficit, because let's face it, you are gonna have birthday parties, you are gonna have night outs, you are gonna have work dues. So when you have these events, by creating intermittent fasting, you can create that healthy deficit and still make sure you're either maintaining your healthy weight or you're constantly losing weight. There you go. If you have any questions on intermittent fasting, please let me know, and I'll be happy to answer them for you. Have a good one.